So we're back in the lab, the secret lab at Eculent in Kemah, and I saw this lying around and I thought, good grief, it looks like something that, I know we're near the Space Center in Houston, but did this land from another planet? Did they bring it back from outer space? So what's the story on this, Chef David?
Not quite from outer space, but a little crazy nonetheless.
Okay.
So one of the things I've been working on for about the last year is a soup that every time you take a bite, it has a different flavor. And with this bowl and what we've sort of created, we can come up with 5,024 different unique flavors.
Only 5,024?
Only 5,000. You'll actually run out of soup before you try every possible flavor in this bowl.
That's a good sales trick.
It is. The first incarnation of it was using burettes, but it looked like some crazy steampunk thing. You know, it was like too crazy. So we tamed it down, and basically we have flavor spheres that go in each one of these. Cool. And we give the diner a stainless steel pin that they prick each of the little spheres. There are different viscosities and there's different lengths for each of the channels. And so each one of them goes at a different speed into the bowl, where we have basically a clear duck broth. And so every time you take a bite, there's a new flavor combination.
So it's kind of like the executive 5-star version of pho, where the more or less sriracha or plum sauce you add every time you...
Something like that, except this just continues to go and go and go until you're finished with your bowl.
It's the NASA version.
Something like that, the NASA version, yeah. My daughter, you know, who's 11, you know, thought it was a great idea because she's a big Harry Potter fan, and it's kind of like Birdie's beans or bots, whatever it is, you know, you don't know. And she's like, is there a booger flavor in there? I'm like, let's hope not. But that's the...
And is there any reason why some of these channels are short and some of them are long, or
yes,
just from a design standpoint?
No, actually it is a way that we can control the flavors going into the bowl.
I see.
So there's some flavors that you want just a little bit of, which those are going to be kind of the longer channels, and then some flavors you want a lot of, which are going to be the short channels.
Oh my goodness.
So we've not introduced it on the menu yet. We're planning on this fall, partly because we're having a little bit of a problem with the bowl. If you know, I mean, this is a complicated bowl to make.
Yeah. And
if you'll notice, it's not perfect yet. And so they have to actually throw the base of the bowl, and then they throw the rim,
and meld the two together.
And they meld the two together.
Yeah.
But they're still having problems when they fire it that it's drooping some, and so we're working on some kind of mold where we squeeze it together.
So just make the broth out of Viagra.
Ooh, there's a good idea.
See, then it won't droop.
It won't droop. That's right. Or maybe the bowl out of Viagra. But that's kind of where we're at. So hopefully this fall. Yeah, we know it works. It's just getting it into production.
It ain't your Campbell's chicken noodle.
It's not Campbell's chicken noodle. No. But this is the kind of thing that we do here at Eculent. You know, every dish is different.
That's why I keep coming back.
That's right. And you'll be back in October.
We will.
So maybe we'll have this when you come back in October.
Okay, fabulous. We can have 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th beetle flavor.
And the 5th beetle flavor.
You see?
That's right.
And who is? Everybody write in. Who's the 5th beetle? Aha.